Hi everyone, and welcome to the first ever Marketplace Summit. I'm Charlotte Yarkoni, Microsoft's President for Commerce and Ecosystems. Today, we are so excited to host thousands of ISVs in attendance representing 50 countries across the globe. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. Microsoft's mission is to help every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. As part of this, we are putting Marketplace at the center of our ISV and partner strategies so that you can achieve more growth, and together we can help customers realize their goals. We created the Marketplace Summit to help give you the knowledge, insight, and confidence to make Marketplace a growth engine for your business. And we hope you'll take a few key learnings with you. First, we'll share our perspective on why Marketplace is so important to partners and customers, and how we're investing to connect customers and partners at scale. Second, we will call out actionable go-dos and help that Microsoft is offering to support you in scaling your business, whether you're new to Marketplace or a veteran. And lastly, we'll give insights to the innovations ahead to help you reach more customers, simplify your sales, and unlock growth. Joining us in a moment is Asaf Rappaport, the Chief Executive Officer of Wiz, an industry-leading ISV in the security space, to get his perspective on the Marketplace opportunity. So please enjoy the summit, and let's get started. We are entering a do more with less economy. This is a period of historic economic, societal, and technological change. But for all the uncertainty, there is one constant. Organizations in every industry need digital innovation to navigate this volatile time. You are the change agents who make doing more with less possible. Less time, less cost, less complexity, with more innovation, more agility, and more resilience. Doing more means applying technology to support an organization's goals with today's constraints. Efficiency is the name of the game right now, with doing more with less is central in today's market. The cloud budget will be your path forward. It's durable and it's growing. Gartner said it best. Current inflationary pressures and macroeconomic conditions are having a push and pull effect on cloud spending. Cloud computing will continue to be a bastion of safety and innovation, supporting growth during uncertain times due to its agile, elastic, and scalable nature. Gartner also made a prediction that cloud budgets will grow 21% year over year to nearly $600 billion in 2023. Cloud migration is not stopping. It will continue to grow. Why? Because businesses still need to accelerate IT modernization initiatives to minimize risk and optimize costs. In a tough economy, managing cash is crucial. The flexible, subscription-based economics of the cloud helps companies smooth their cash flow. How do you unlock this durable budget for your business? Through Marketplace. We are at an inflection point in Marketplace adoption. Bessemer Venture Partners has called 2023 the year Marketplace goes mainstream, with total cloud Marketplace revenue growing from $8 billion in 2022 to an estimated $50 billion by 2025. That's over 500% growth. In addition, they predict that 80% of sales interactions will occur via digital channels by 2025. This is very exciting. What was once just an experiment, a side hustle between cloud providers and partner alliance teams, is now becoming a core go-to-market strategy, top of mind for CEOs, CROs, investors, and boards. But ultimately, it's the customer that matters most, and they are voting with their wallet. Customers are spending on Marketplace because it helps them do more with less. They can increase their efficiency by having fewer vendors to manage and fewer bills to pay. They can buy confidently, choosing vetted solutions that are easy to find, purchase, and deploy. They can spend smarter and make their cloud budget stretch further with a vast catalog of solutions that count towards their cloud consumption commit. Those of you who adopt Marketplace core to your sales and marketing strategy will emerge as the winners of the do more with less economy. Some of our partners have already made Marketplace mainstream, with the results to show for it. For example, Palo Alto Networks sells its security offerings through the commercial marketplace and experienced transaction growth of more than 300% last year, creating a persistent, always-on channel with new revenue opportunities 24/7. For Wiz, Marketplace is core to how they go to market and sell their solution. They've recently landed a significant multi-million-dollar deal with the Fortune 100 customer, and the customer was able to count their purchase towards their cloud consumption commitment, which helped bring this deal over the line. ISVs of all sizes and maturity are finding their path to success. It's not a one-size-fits-all. Law Toolbox builds a Teams application with a niche target legal counsel. They're activating a network of partners like Pax8 that has more than 25,000 managed service providers. Since scaling through CSP partners and integrating their application native to Teams, they've quadrupled their licensing revenue. Marketplace has become essential in the market, and it's essential to Microsoft. And so you will see us continuing to put Marketplace at the center of our partner strategy. We have invested heavily in our Marketplace so that we can turn our strengths into your strengths. What do I mean by that? With our Marketplace, you can get global reach no one can match. You can get access to over 95% of the Fortune 500. You can co-sell with our global sales force of over 35,000 sellers. You can scale to new markets with our network of 90,000 CSP partners. Or you can sell direct to our customers via our storefronts and in-product market experiences, like Microsoft Teams, with 270 million people logging in every month. With our Marketplace, you can tap into the power of the most comprehensive cloud and sell solutions that span technology and lines of business buyers across apps, infrastructure, and productivity solutions. Finally, you can unlock enterprise budgets with private offers. This is the path to closing 7- and 8-figure deals on Marketplace. These investments are paying off with our partners, and we are seeing it in our Marketplace growth. Over the past year, we have seen nearly 300% growth in billed sales on SaaS apps. We've seen a 319% increase in customers buying with consumption commits. And we've seen a 200% increase in private offers sold through our partner channel. We are seeing momentum, but we are not resting on our laurels. We are constantly listening to you and striving to make our Marketplace better. Throughout this event, you'll be hearing from our leaders on how we are innovating to make Marketplace easier to use and more valuable as a growth engine. As one example, we've heard from partners that it can be difficult to figure out where to start working with Microsoft, with many different programs and incentives available across our business. We heard you, and we are simplifying it. We have created one path for ISVs across Microsoft. And today, we are proud to announce the ISV Success Program is globally available and in public preview. Built within the foundation of the Microsoft Cloud Partner Program, the ISV Success Program helps ISVs innovate and get to market faster by offering developer tooling, cloud sandboxes, technical consultations, and more. And we're previewing a new expanded offer to provide even more value with Azure Credit and more hands-on support to give you the technical guidance you need. And Marketplace Rewards is now part of the ISV Success Program. With Marketplace Rewards, ISVs get listing optimization, marketing support, and additional cloud credits based on the sales. The more you sell, the more you earn. This is all very exciting. But it's one thing to have me tell you how we're helping you grow your business. It's quite another to hear from one of your peers. I'd like to welcome Asaf Rappaport, the CEO of Wiz, to give his perspective on B2B commerce and how they've maintained success in a shifting market. Welcome, Asaf.
Hey, Charlotte. Super thrilled to be here.
Thank you for taking the time to join me today. Let's start by having you tell us a little bit about Wiz.
So super cool. Wiz is actually 2.5 years old. We raised $600 million from Sequoia Index Insight. So basically, we're a startup. We are in the field of cloud security, super relevant to what you're talking today. We're basically helping organizations to protect and run everything they're building in the cloud. It could be Azure, of course, AWS, or GCP. We have mutual customers like Mars, Barclays, Morgan Stanley, and many others. Super thrilled to be here.
Awesome. And how are you incorporating cloud marketplaces into your go-to-market strategy?
So I heard some of the numbers, and actually we can see it in the field. And I would say that we started working with the marketplace, surprisingly to me, as a CEO, very early in the journey. It actually came from a CISO that demanded that we'll do our transaction through the marketplace. So that's how we started. So actually, in the first 12 months, actually in the first 9 months, when we started to sell, we were part of the Azure marketplace, and that's where was our first transaction. And definitely, as we can see in the market, marketplace is becoming the corner store for digital transactions. And definitely, if you're talking about cloud and you're talking about cloud security, that's what we're seeing in the market.
Wonderful. Your company growth has been tremendous with some serious accolades, some of which you already shared just in terms of how quickly you grew as young as you were. Can you share a little bit more details about just that ramp and how your company was able to address that with leveraging more sales and marketing channels like Marketplace?
Yeah, so our kind of claim to fame as a young startup, we are considered to be the fastest company ever to $100 million, kind of the fastest software company. We've been able to do it in 18 months. And I must say that we couldn't have done it without the marketplace. So for us, as the strategy, if you're looking at the strategy of marketplace, as I mentioned, this is the cornerstone. And we started very early with that. But the way we're thinking about it is that's the way we want to do business with our customers. And it's not only because of us, it's because where customers want us to be. There's so many incentives, both for us as ISV, but more for the customers themselves to work through the marketplace, which makes it easier. I must say that we couldn't have achieved being the fastest company ever and reaching $100 million without doing our transaction through the marketplace and through the Azure marketplace.
That's amazing. Congrats on all your successes. It would be wonderful because I know many ISVs out there are on a similar journey, some just starting out, others pretty early stage, that they're listening in and hearing your story. It would be great to hear any advice that you may have for them in terms of how do they think about just starting out and working through not just the sales and marketing, but any other words of wisdom you can share about getting a product to market?
Yeah, definitely. So I think that, if we're looking, and we're working mainly with enterprises, we have 30% of the Fortune 100 as customers today. So I think that it's all about, solving a top priority problem, like a complex problem. That's the first thing that you need to do. But also, in a way, be customer obsessed. And customer obsession is a lot about technology, about the product, what should you build, but also about the go-to-market, how your customers want to actually use the product, how they want to consume the product. So that's part of kind of our culture. And the last thing that I'll say that is super critical as well is all about teamwork. Building the best team and doing it with the best partners. That was super important for our success.
Wonderful. And you're right. How customers want to pay, how customers want to buy, how customers want to use and deploy. These are all very important things. And we have certainly seen more and more customers asking for their purchases to go through the marketplace. I think you did a great job sort of explaining how that was a key advantage for you, because it wasn't one you had to build out. It's one you were able to just leverage. And, was there any tips or tricks you had about thinking of cloud marketplace to share with other ISVs? Is there thinking about getting onto that as a distribution channel for their business?
Yeah, so for us, this is the main distribution channel. And I would say that the first thing is be in the marketplace as soon as possible. Again, we were lucky to be pushed in a way to the marketplace. We didn't think to invest in it. We didn't think that's going to be our main channel. But we faced more than a year ago a CISO, a Chief Information Security Officer, that told us just before even starting, it's going to go through the Azure marketplace. Otherwise, I'm not going to do business with you. And actually, that's, in a way, we felt frustrated in the beginning, but eventually that's probably the best tip we ever got from a customer. And since then, we're doing much more through the marketplace. I think that the one thing is be in the marketplace as soon as possible. That's kind of where business is happening. That's where our customers are. And I think also we created like the right incentives for our team, basically, and none of them is putting we're not providing any negative incentives for them not to run through the marketplace or to be in the marketplace. So I think that's also super crucial in the way we are building it as of today.
Thanks so much, Asaf, for taking the time today and sharing all of your experience with us in terms of Wiz, the success on Marketplace. Any last thoughts?
Actually, maybe a question to you. We also talked about what's the downturn and what's happening in the market. Actually, Charlotte, what's kind of your advice for me at Wiz or to other ISVs in the crowd? In a situation like that, how should we work with the marketplace?
Great question. I think, as I opened up earlier with the idea of doing more with less, I think that applies to Wiz, all the ISVs. And that is one of the key things that I want to make sure that I convey about Marketplace. Marketplace is all about simplicity. And I think in today's market, making it simple for you to be able to reach new customers, unlock cloud budgets, grow your revenue, and reduce customer acquisition costs is crucial for our partner community. I think on the customer sides, customers are demanding more simplicity. They need more efficiency out of their environments as well, in terms of where they can try, where they can buy, how they can use, how they can grow. Marketplace represents a great channel for them as well. So in that regard, my encouragement is for all of us to continue to focus on doing more with less, but thinking about it in terms of creating more simple experiences for our entire ecosystem.
Perfect. Definitely, we saw that with one of our largest customers. We had a huge transaction that we couldn't have done, like a $20-something million that we just did it 2 weeks ago, that without this incentive and the ability to work through the Mac of Microsoft, this transaction first wouldn't happen, and not in this size and not at this speed. So I think truly that's what we're seeing, to do more with less. That's something that we're seeing in the market today.
Wonderful, wonderful. Asaf, thank you again for being here today. It was a great discussion.
Thank you.
I appreciate Asaf taking the time and sharing his ongoing success. So, if you haven't started your marketplace journey, please don't worry. There is time for you to be among the leaders in this B2B commerce revolution. And if you are selling in the marketplace, you've made a great choice. There's an incredible opportunity for ISV partners to embrace the marketplace as a go-to market channel. This Marketplace Summit and the conversations we're having today will show you how you can do more.